So now that we have our dear Imani back in our lives, I think it's now time to kind of tell everyone in the family her decision. She's already told Knox while she was away, so we don't really have to tell Knox. And even though we told Knox, he kind of had a feeling, usually she doesn't talk to him unless she's kind of already made up her mind semi, so it's okay. But let's actually talk. Oh, our mother's coming out as well, so that's great. We can talk about it together as a family. All right, so let's have to. I want a deep conversation, to be honest. Where is it? Small talk? No. Deep. Obviously, and deep thoughts would be the most appropriate place to put it. Okay, so she's now
Banadrati?
outside, talking to them about her decision and how she really thinks, she's been thinking about starting her own little life. And she feels like even though she's going to be away, it's a great thing for her to do. And plus, she's gonna grow a
Oh,
lot,
yes.
and she really thinks it's gonna be a
Slime,
fun opportunity.
Zarbovish.
And so her mom's like, you know
Frikajanet.
what? Okay, okay. Like I said, I support you 100%. If you ever need help, moving out, if you have anything you want to bring, if you ever need me to get you some
Hey.
groceries, I'm down. If that's what you want to do, then let's do it. Now, obviously, Sarah is a little bit
Oh,
scared, and
Tessio.
Ruth is talking about the responsibility. She's like, yeah, I know I said it's a good opportunity, but opportunities come with responsibilities. So these are the things you're gonna have to make
Maya.
sure you do.
Yep.
Make sure you eat
Shebetu.
your vegetables, make friends, do all that fun stuff, but pay your
Zalpella.
bills.
Quexi.
She was really talking to her
Benny.
grandmother and stuff about
Werba.
all this. And so Imani understands. And, it did dawn on her that she literally has no money. She gave all her money to her mom, which
Ah.
Fwibs Borb.
is a little
Fix
bit of a
Crick
problem. And we would really,
Riboflash.
really need some
Waxa.
money right now. I really don't know how we're gonna come up with
Yes.
that money. Like
Abernero.
Jalja
that's
Cabona.
I did we didn't think about that now, did we? Because we only have $3,000 here, and even though the apartment, I think the first month is free, doesn't mean that we still need a
Banji.
Ooh.
furniture. We still
Libaboo
need
Florib.
like to keep the
What's
lights
French?
on. All this stuff is gonna cost us money. Okay, so I don't know, guys. Like, Do you think we should open it? I don't know. I feel like we should open it. I'm kind of scared
Oh.
though. I'm kind of scared. Ooh, look at the
Maybe
phone though. We could
Kobe.
sell that phone.
Zarf.
So now that Miss Ruth here is just now waking up for her little nap, we are actually gonna call Miss Anne here because we do need her to come over. We can invite her for dinner. She's gonna talk to her about how Amani wants
Elaine
to
Galna.
take the
Nebahana.
offer up if
Nubian
it still
Shard.
stands on the apartment. And
Jalerba
Miss Ann's like, of
Titsuni.
course it is, girl. Like, I
Zimze
got your back.
Kohaben.
And she's like, okay, cool, cool, come
Bemboy
over. I'm gonna cook some
Barovi.
food. We're
Gungane
gonna talk
Ansa.
about it over dinner, and it's gonna be just
Babarani
easy peasy
Squamish.
lemon squeezy.
Josie
And she's like,
Wabarwin.
okay, yeah, yeah, I'll be in town
Bemboy
soon. I'll give you
Barovi.
about a couple of
Gungane
hours, and I'll
Ansa.
be there. She's like, oh, take your
Jalerba
time, girl. Take your
Kitsuni.
time.
Zimze
So I
Kohaben.
love Miss Ann. I
Befrite
cannot wait
Kaka.
for us to get to know
Kumiao
more about
Bushar
Miss
Spa.
Ann. Who's this? I see what you did last week. Girl, I'm mourning my husband. Goodbye.
Ocean.
Goodbye. All right. And then what's Sarah doing? Oh yeah, she has to make candles. Oh yeah, I forgot we have no
Agamu.
power.
Lady
Oh
Booper.
snap. What are we gonna do? It closes at 9. So if we could get Miss Ann over here by like 9:03. 9:03 might be the
Okay.
best shot we got. Okay, so now we are actually outside with Imani playing some chess, just by ourselves, contemplating about everything. And she's honestly worried about moving out, not because she has no support team, but because, oh, is her mom coming out to play with her? Oh, she is. Not because, she doesn't have a support team. No, none of that. It's just, the whole problem is
Brick.
money. And it seems like
Oh.
money is the root of this whole entire family's problems right now. And it's really frustrating to Imani because, she wants to see
Oh.
her family well off. She wants to see them comfortable and not
Jeez.
having to, you
Huh.
know, go around looking for dollars,
I know.
pennies, dimes. She doesn't want them to do that. That she wants them to think about, their health and their happiness. She doesn't want them thinking about all that. So that's really really bad for her. So another thing that she's worried about is how will she pay for furniture? How will she pay to get the lights on? Heck, even the freaking water, you need to pay it in order to turn it on. So all these worries is, like I said, over money, and she doesn't want to take their little like $3,000 away from them. That's just wrong. So I think we're really thinking about this box here. I really feel like we should open it. I kind of want to see what's in it. It's reassuring, confident, and self-assured. I don't think she's that kind of person, but yeah, I just really think that we should open it. But I don't know. We're still on the fence. We're still on the fence. We still have the dinner with Miss Anne at 9:03. Yes, we're gonna bring her here at 9:03 because we'll have power. I hate that the city has like the power saving, turn off the lights until 9 p.m. It's dark at 9 p.m. Who wants to sit in a dark house for 3 to 4 hours? Not me. I'm not doing it. So it's actually about to be 10 o'clock. Okay, Miss Anne is a black woman. She's on Black People Time. We knew when she said she's gonna be here at 9 o'clock, she was gonna be here probably at 10 o'clock. Okay, let's not do that. But we're gonna have Amani go and brush her teeth. Okay, maybe not brush her teeth, but use the bathroom. Take her shower, get ready for Miss Ann to actually come over. We're quite nervous. Miss Sarah over here is not even bothered not even a little bit, because she's like, Miss Ann's coming over. I'm gonna hear about what her apartment is, figure out everything. I got about two questions. Everything's gonna be okay. I mean, she's pretty close to Miss Ann too as well. Like, she's basically, Miss Ann helped raise her, so she's perfectly fine with Miss Ann coming over. Ruth is now making her little pie, the apple a day pie. Yes, the apple pie. I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous with you, Amani, because this is a whole new territory for us. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna say. I don't know what we're gonna discuss. I know absolutely nothing. But Ruth is making this pie, and then she made some, what is this? Beef stew and dumplings, which looks so freaking delicious. I mean, look at it. Girl, I'd eat it. Like, and I'm pretty sure there's carrots in there, and I'm allergic. Is that carrot? I think that is. I think so. Okay, here is Miss Anne. Ah, hey girl. Hey Curly Pop. Okay, so let's go and talk to her, invite her inside. I am so freaking nervous about this, guys. Like, what do we do? What do we say? What's gonna happen? I'm so nervous. But look, Miss Anne kind of, her body is tea for real. Both of their bodies are tea for their age. Excuse me. All right, so let's actually go and get this dinner started. What are you doing? What's wrong? What happened? What happened? Okay, girl. We gotta get this dinner started. It's already about to be 11 o'clock. Miss Ann showed up 2 hours late, girl. I tried to give you some leadway, talk about it's gonna be about an hour. Girl, you done took about, oh, and then she went to sleep. Lord have mercy. So they actually just skipped right to dessert. They said, you know what, we'll eat that last. Actually, what I was thinking about, I always eat my desserts first. I do not know why. If you guys do that, leave a like or, comment. But me personally, I eat my apple pie or like any desserts first before I eat real food, because I always want to get the sweetness out of the way first. Because I kind of just know that's how I'm going to rock with it. I'm like, let me eat something sweet. And after that, something salty. Sweet and salty, not salty and sweet. It just makes sense to me. Anyway, so while we're here, Miss Anne is talking about how excited she is that Amani decided to take her offer, and there is Sarah over here finally joined them, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm a little scared." Oh, girl, you ain't got nothing to be worried about. And so let's actually have Miss Anne talk about the apartment that she runs. Now, the apartment that Miss Anne runs is full of people who have dreams of starting their own businesses or even trying to get a fresh start. And the cool thing about her apartment is that Miss Anne handpicks the people who live in her apartment. And she only picks people that feels has the most passionate about their businesses that they're about to run, or that she sees has potential to do something with their lives. Now, I know that sounds a bit odd. However, it has never served her wrong. And while they are talking, Miss Anne also says to not really worry about bills or getting the water on, because if needs be, she can always, loan her the money for all the things. And Sarah, she's kind of looking at her and she goes, well, we really won't be needing your money because we have all of that handled. Now, Amani and Ruth both know that that is a lie, but I feel as if Sarah really just has a hard time trusting people, or maybe she really doesn't want them to know that they are actually struggling just a tiny bit. So the dinner was actually pretty successful, but I do want Imani and Sarah to really sit down and talk about, what happened at dinner. And, she's like, Mom, how come you told Miss Ann that we had the money? And she's like, well, we do. And she's like, no, we don't. We don't have any money. And she's like, listen, I just don't want anyone to pity us. I don't want to feel their pity. I don't want to have anything to do with any of that. And everything was pretty quiet. And she says, it's not pity. They're just sympathizing with us. They're trying to help us. There's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of help. And she's like, well, I just didn't want her to feel like she had to help us. We got it. I got it. And she's like, well, I have no way of getting furniture. I have no way of getting the water on. I have no way of getting anything on. She's like, I told you, I got it. I will help you get settled in. And after that, everything will be perfectly fine. Now, Amani knows that this is not true at all, but Sarah's just gonna get up and she's gonna just leave. She's a little flustered, but Amani feels like this isn't something her mom needs to be worried about. I mean, this is her decision. This is what she wanted to do. She wanted to move out. She wanted to live her life by herself. And one of those things is that she doesn't want to depend on her mother. She's dependent on her mother all of her life. So I don't think that's pretty much fair to Sarah at all. And this box is looking so freaking tempting. It's just looking so tempting. Like, look at it, guys. But, we were going to wait for Ruth to get back, but it seems like she's going to be back in just a few, but she's just so tired. So we're going to actually head to sleep, and hopefully the next day we have some news or her mom comes up with a little bit of money. I really don't know what Sarah is actually going to be doing, but hopefully it's something nice. Or maybe Amani will go and pick up some extra shifts or help her mom sell some candles. I have no idea how we're going to get this extra money. I did not think about this. So it is actually the next day, and we are having the mom draft up some eco upgrade parts, I think. Now, she hates doing these. She hates it. She hates doing them. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. It's a pain in the butt, but she does want to help her baby girl as much as she can. And then the grandmother, Ruth, is actually making her a yellow, carpet rug, I think, for her apartment. So they are trying to help as much as they can. And I am really thankful for this family. I love how they're helping her. And hopefully it is will be okay. Now we're just gonna wait for Imai to come home and wait for her to see all the things that they have actually made for her. I hope she doesn't come back home a little too early, because then I'll be kind of upset. Like, what are you doing? She's like, oh girl, I'm knitting. And she was like, what are you knitting? She's like, you a rug. And she's like, me a rug. And she's like, I'm making you a rug. You not gonna like it? You think your house gonna be, you gonna have some yellow in there? That's what I'm making. I'm making a yellow rug. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna use it regardless. I mean, you made it. Of course I'm gonna do it. And she's like, oh, also, I made you an octopus. And she's like, oh, that is so cute. And she's like, and I made you a white rug. And she's like, oh, and also a crafty little cactus, to put some plants in there. Because, I don't know if you can have real plants or if you could make them stay alive. But I made you those, and I'm making you a yellow one. And she's like, oh, well, thank you so much. It actually warms her heart to see that her family is working tirelessly for her. Now, Sarah's actually gonna use the bathroom, take a shower, and brush her teeth. And while we freaking letter OMG. Okay, let's read it. Oh, okay. My dearest Imani. Oh my God, it's our grandfather. Okay, sorry. It's called My Beautiful Imani. Okay. My dearest Imani, if you're reading this letter, it means a few things. First, I'm probably not around anymore to say this in person. And secondly, it means you found the old lockbox in the secret hiding spot. More importantly, it means you're growing up ready to spread your wings and fly out into the world. For as long as I can remember, since you were a little tiny little thing with bright eyes and pigtails, I've been putting a little something aside for every birthday. What? Okay, there's another side of it, but I couldn't fit this all, so hear me out here. So the rest of the story, or the rest of the note, actually says that he has been saving every penny, nickel, and dime that he could find, and he has actually put it into a little bitty bank saving account that is actually in her name, and he wants her to have fun and be responsible and to really find out who she is and what she wants to do with her life. And lastly, he loves her and he wishes her the best luck with her journey. To tell our mom. Oh, our mom's in the shower. We have to tell our grandma. We have to tell our grandma. That is absolutely insane. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna have a deep conversation with our grandma. And she's running in there. She's like, Grandma, what? I'm rich. Rich. I'm rich. I have $19,000. And she's like, how the what do you mean you got $19,000? And she's like, Grandpa can get furniture, you can get your power on, you can do a lot of stuff with that. And she's like, I know, I'm so excited. And she's like, well, looks like you don't have to worry about money after all. And she's like, yeah, you're right. And she's like, well, you should tell your mama. And you know what? She's like, tell me what? You on the cues, girl. And she's like, tell me what? And she's like, well, Mom, I have $19,000. And she's like, who you rob? Oh, I didn't rob anyone. Grandpa has been saving up all of his money throughout his life and set up an account for me. And she's like, what? And so she shows her the account. And she's like, oh, what? I've been met. She's like, Grandma already said it. Okay. And so she's like, here. And she's like, what are these? She's like, you can sell those. And I think it's about over $600 worth of eco upgraded parts, $1,000, just to get you up and off your feet. And she's like, Mom. And she's like, I just wanted to make sure that you're okay. And I know it's not a lot of money, but it is the least I can do. And she's feeling kind of sentimental. Amani has to leave this great family. I mean, yes, they don't have a lot, but they will do anything in the world to keep each other afloat and to be a support system for each other. And I absolutely love that about this family. And I'm about to cry because I love them so much and I don't want to leave them. But we're gonna have to literally the next day. I'm gonna have her spend time with her family for the rest of the day. And the next day we're gonna be moving out and we should be at our apartment, which is absolutely crazy. So we are officially here. Look at it. It's so pretty. So I made it myself. And so it might not look that good, but I did try. I did try. And each apartment is unique to every single character. So that's the good thing. And she lives on the second floor. That's so pretty. I love it. We're going to decorate it. So we actually did not keep the whole 19,000. I think we gave like what, 4,000 to our family so that, they'll be at least a little bit okay. And they were very appreciative of it, so that was really great. And now we just have $16,000 to decorate this apartment. Oh, but we have to get our lights and everything turned on. So let's do that first and go to home. I think we should just customize it because some of the things she don't really need. She ain't got no TV yet. So right now we'll just do that. And then when we get like a TV and stuff, then we'll worry about adding all that later. But you like it? Look at her walking. Look at her walking. Oh, you got a house, girl. Well, not a house, but an apartment. Yeah. Yeah. So cute. So I think the next episode, we're going to actually try to meet our neighbors and everything. And then we'll do like maybe an event to like get to know everybody personally, like a little party or something. I don't know. And we'll also decorate her house. What are you doing? She's going to dry laundry. What laundry do we have to be done? I have no clue. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And I love you guys so much. Goodbye, guys.